Hi, this is Mike Fauché, and today I want to cover a really unique product from HiDock called the HiDock H1. This device combines chatgpt-powered transcribing, a full-featured 11-port expansion port, and a high-quality speakerphone with noise cancellation. This is the first device I've seen with this combination of features, so I'm pretty excited about checking this out. If you're like me and you're curious to see if this lives up to the possibility, then make sure you stick around for the rest of this video. And of course, if you find this video useful, don't forget to like and subscribe as it does support the channel. Full transparency and disclosure before we start is that this video is sponsored by HiDock, but they've allowed me to provide my impressions, feedback, and results as I see fit. As I do with every video, I'll do all my own testing and provide my honest feedback on the product. In addition to this channel, I also work in the electronics industry, so when I heard about this product, I kind of viewed this from two different perspectives. What it could do for me personally to support the work I do for YouTube, as well as how it can be used in general business environment. With all the recent publicity around AI and the release of many products that try to do it all, the HiDock H1 takes a more focused approach by concentrating on the AI-powered transcribing and summary creation, and combines it with a function of an 11-port docking station and bidirectional noise-canceling speakerphone that can be used for Zooms, Teams, or Skype, or FaceTime calls, along with using it as a personal assistant to transcribe your voice and meeting notes. Before we get into the functionality and testing, let's quickly go through the hardware and see what comes in the box, and then we can go through some of the actual tests to see how this device really works. In the box, you get a 150 watt power supply and the power cord, which provides a total of 118 watts of power delivery. 100 watts can be used to charge your laptop and 18 watts for the USB port. You also get the E1 wireless earpiece to keep your calls private if you're using this in a business environment or if you just want to walk around, and of course the H1 dock itself. Looking at the left side of the dock, we have the Bluetooth pairing button, USB-C 3.2 Gen 2 port that supports 10 gigabits of bandwidth, as well as 18 watts of charging for your peripherals such as your phone. There's also a UHS-II SD card and microSD card capable of 312 megabytes per second of speed. On the back side, we have the power input jack, the USB-C upstream port connected to your computer or laptop, that can provide up to 100 watts of charging power. Next to that, you get a dual HDMI 2.0 port capable of 4K 60, the USB-C 10 gigabit port, a USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 2 port, and a USB-A 3.1 Gen 1 port capable of 5 gigabits per second. Lastly, you get a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port for high-speed network connectivity. Despite this device's main feature is AI transcribing, you actually get a full-featured docking station. Looking at the front panel, you get the call answer button, the record and chapter mark button, the hang up button, the mute button, the noise canceling slider, and the dial for setting volume and input levels. And of course the E1 Bluetooth earpiece. So let's get this hooked up and walk through the setup to see how this thing works. To get it started, just plug the device into your computer's USB-C port. You need to log into highnotes.hidock.com, where you'll be prompted to, by default, log in with your Google account. Once you agree to the terms and hit continue, you're taken to the main screen, and if this is your first time, you need to walk through a few of the help screens until you're actually taken to the main dashboard. If your device is not connected, you may need to click on Manage your HiDock to confirm connection. Depending on when you got your device and the version of the firmware it came with, you may see a message that there's a firmware upgrade, which I think is a great feature on a device like this, as you can anticipate frequent upgrades. Update your firmware if required, and it'll prompt you that a new HiDock was detected. You'll be required to associate the device with the new account and pair it to the account. So when you're prompted, click on Associate. Give your HiDock a name and click Next. Once everything is paired and connected, clicking on the Manage Device will come up with a listing of your recordings. Across the top, there's a Configuration tab, which gives you some options. You have the option of turning on Auto Record, Record Notifications, Auto Upload, which automatically uploads your files to be transcoded after your completed recording. We'll cover this later in the video when we actually demo this process. Let's quickly talk about applications. To install the app in Chrome, Just go to highnotes.hidock.com and navigate to the upper right-hand side of the address bar, and you'll see an icon there. Click on the icon and it'll quickly install the app inside of Chrome. On an iOS or mobile device, tablet or otherwise, since all the applications basically use web apps, it's pretty easy to add a shortcut to your home screen. Just launch Safari, navigate to highnotes.hidock.com and log in if you need to. From the share icon, look for the Add to Home Screen option, click on it, and it will add and create an icon on your home screen. To use the app, tap the microphone and give it permission. Start recording into your phone's microphone. Remember, there's a 10-minute limit on mobile notes, making this ideal for quick personal notes or memos when you're on the road or away from the office, or you just had a quick thought. Before we get into the main feature of the AI-powered transcribing, I wanted to validate the performance of the docking station as a docking station. Attaching an external SSD to the USB-C port, I got between 800 to 900 megabytes per second, which is excellent and what you would expect from a 10 gigabit USB controller. As you can see from the file transfer number, I got around 290 to 300 megabytes per second, which is saturating the 2.5 gigabit network port. Using a UHS-II SD card, I was able to transfer at maximum speed of the card, and the rest of the ports all worked as they were intended. Overall, it performs extremely well as a docking station, and though this is not the main feature of this device, it's amongst one of the best USB docking stations I've tested to date. Now that we've set up and tested the hardware, let's get into the AI transcribing features, which is arguably the most exciting part of this device. The noise canceling in this device is actually bidirectional, and it's always active when you're using the device. The slider on this allows you to adjust the amount of noise canceling from the caller, which I'll show you in the next example. But to better understand how good the noise canceling is, I recorded and transcribed this session, and this is the result. You should not only be able to hear the quality of the sound and the noise canceling, but see the results of the transcribing. To set the stage, I'm standing in my office, which is fairly quiet, and recording through the speakerphone. The second part of this demo, I added a room air conditioner.
Start recording.
Okay, in this first sample, I'm testing it out in a relatively quiet room. I'm standing probably about 20 to 24 inches behind the speakerphone, kind of what you would normally do at a normal desk seating position. So next I want to turn on the room air conditioner so we can test the sound quality that the speakerphone is actually transmitting to the other side. Okay, the room air conditioner is now on. I haven't made any other settings or adjustments to the speakerphone. I'm just talking normally, just as I would in a conference call or a WebEx call. As you can see and hear, the noise canceling and the transcribing are amazing and work really well. It also added the key information section and the summary. Below is the summary I created, an outline, and the list of the action items. For the second demo, I asked my friend Aaron to join me in a call so that we can test out how well the noise canceling function works. Despite the fact that the audio is recorded in a compressed format that's used mainly for transcribing, you'll see firsthand how effectively this picks up the conversation and creates the transcribing. As I did in the first sample, I captured and overlaid the video so that you can see and hear as it's taking place. I didn't alter the sound except to equalize the levels.
Start recording.
Hey Aaron, thanks for joining me today and trying out this little experiment. Before we get too far, do I have your permission to record and post this?
Hey Mike, how are you doing? Yeah, sure, of course.
I'm doing well, thanks. This will be interesting to get to test out this noise cancellation and see how well it works. So before we go too far, can I get you to actually fire up some background noise?
Sure. I have a white noise loaded up here. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. You hear that?
I do. Hear it's coming across loud and clear and noisy.
Okay.
All right, what I want to do now is I'm going to raise it to 50% and see how much of this actually gets cut out. So on my end, it's taken out most of the white noise. How does it sound on your end?
It's still really loud over here.
Okay, but nothing through the phone call.
No, I can hear you crystal clear.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it up a little higher. I've got it about probably somewhere between 85 and 90%. I don't hear any noise on my side.
Okay, yeah, it's still really loud. It sounds like right next to the freeway.
And you're still getting a crystal clear call.
Yeah, no issues at all.
Just to provide a reference, I'm going to go ahead and lower the noise canceling back down.
Okay.
And it's coming across noisy.
Okay, and now I'm gonna, with your permission, I'll turn off the white noise.
Yeah, by all means.
All right. It's off now.
Oh yeah, much better. Wow, this thing actually does work. I appreciate you taking a few minutes to test this out with me.
Sure, I'm interested to see the results and hear how it sounds.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you later.
All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
As you can tell, the H1 did a great job despite the challenging conditions of this call. Recording a Zoom or FaceTime call would be even easier. The many times I've used this device, I've been truly impressed with the transcribing capabilities, and it's worked for me every time I've used it. Let's talk quickly about the 3 different plans. The basic plan comes with free lifetime transcription in 57 different languages, plus 30 mobile notes of 10 minutes each, and an abbreviated AI summary. The membership upgrade gives you all the same features as the basic plan, plus unlimited mobile notes, view, and search, the device manager, and firmware updates. Lastly is the Pro version, which is what I've been testing, and you get all the features of the membership plan, plus speaker identification, a more advanced AI summary, integration into Google Docs, Notion, and Microsoft OneNote, and the ability to share to social media. Let's talk quickly on privacy and security. Before they are uploaded, all your recordings are stored locally on the device itself. When they're transmitted, they are end-to-end encrypted using SHA-256 backed by Microsoft Azure. HiDock's commitment is that your data will be private and it won't be used for any type of AI training, and that you can delete and move your data at any time. All that said, it's obvious that HiDock did their homework and worked hard to keep your data secure. One word of caution is that when you are recording two-way conversations or multi-conversations, that you make sure that you get permissions from all the other callers and participants before recording any of that communication. In many cases, this might be illegal in your area depending on whether or not you get permissions first. So what do I think of this device after using it for a while now? From the day I saw it, I was intrigued by the potential. But if I'm being honest, with all the AI products coming out and not working very well, my expectations were low, even though I was fascinated by the device. That all changed after using the device for a bit, and I was greatly surprised how well it worked. Most importantly, how useful it was. Speakerphones and docking stations don't sound exciting by themselves, but add AI that's optimized to help you in your day-to-day task, and you have a winning combination. Add the lifetime free transcribing, excellent noise cancellation, and a fantastic docking station, and you have a really useful product that I plan on continuing to use. As an added bonus, you get an excellent desktop laptop speaker that allows you to deliver good sound and next level noise cancellation. I do really want to thank the team at HiDock for sponsoring this video and allowing me the creative freedom to do this video the way I want. I'll leave some links in the description below should you want to check out the product. That's about it for today's video, and I hope you found this useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, as it does support the channel. And of course, if you have any questions, drop them below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.